Hi, sweet friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga. I'm here in Birmingham, Alabama, and I wanted to tell you about a couple of things. If you are not following me on social media, I'm on Facebook and Instagram as Earthkeeper Yoga, then you aren't learning about the great things that I'm doing out in our community, and I would love to see you in person. So you can follow along on Facebook, and you can also go to my website, which is earthkeeperyoga.com, and you can find all of my community offerings listed there. I have some great things going on, and I would love to see you. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe so you see the latest updates here on this channel. So today's class is called What Did You Say? We're going to be focusing on how we speak to ourselves. So yoga practice is most definitely being in touch with your breath and your body, but it's also being able to see whatever thoughts and emotions, feelings show up within us that we can note with awareness that is what has arisen, but we don't have to attach any significance to it. And then we move back into the breath and the body, and we get out of our headspace. So for this practice, I invite you to have a block, and if you don't have a block, it's okay. And then I do have my trusty blanket, so if you have access to a small pillow, beach towel, blanket, whatever, I would love for you to have that just to have for cushion for your knees and for just assisting you to sit up nice and tall when we're in a comfortable seat. So grab whatever you need, and I will be right here ready to begin. Okay, so let's get started. We're actually going to stay in a comfortable seat. So let's pay attention to some of that before we begin our practice. I have my blanket right under my booty, and then I'm shifting my hips forward just a bit so that they also shift forward off the front of the blanket. I have my legs in any shape that feels comfortable, and you are welcome to do a shape that is different from the one that I am in. Hands are resting in the lap. Let's pay attention to the back body for a moment. Go ahead and press your tailbone down towards the floor. You'll feel your tailbone curl in just a little bit, and it'll help to lengthen through the spine. So we want the crown towards the sky. Next, I'll invite you to have a soft gaze towards the floor, or just to go ahead and close your eyes. We'll meet there. So just start to notice your surroundings. Note the loud sounds, the things that you hear. Pass no judgment, just note them. See if you can focus on a smaller sound. Maybe one just a little bit closer to you. Maybe the air or the heat. I have a fan here, humming right along. Find the smallest sounds. Note them, no judgment. And start to bring some awareness to your physical body. Just note how you're feeling. Do you feel at ease? Is there tension? Again, just note it. No judgment. And start to bring some awareness to your breath. It's the depth of the breath. It's the quality of the breath that you're inhaling and exhaling. Note it. No judgment. Allow that breath to deepen on both the inhale and the exhale. Keeping your awareness on your breath. And see if you can breathe in and out through the nose. Notice how the body starts to relax even more the deeper that breath goes on the exhale. Last one. Beautiful. Take an inhale here. And then you can exhale to softly open your eyes. Welcome. So we're going to roll right down onto our bellies. You'll have the tops of your feet on the mat as well. We won't be moving from knees here anytime soon, so you won't have to worry about the blanket just yet. So make sure you have some space above your head and down below your feet, as well on both sides. So let me show you where we're going before we go there so that you don't have to watch me as I cue you through it. We're going to do something called a leg infant roll. So we'll be in this position, head is down towards the mat, but it's not touching. You've got engagement through the head. And you're just going to lift this left leg and start to roll over onto your back. Okay. And then to come back, you lift the leg and roll back over onto your mat. If you want to practice the time, just pause me. I'll be here when you come back. All right, find that length through the spine. And take an inhale, lift this right leg up behind you, and then use it to pull yourself over to roll over onto your back. Fully release. If this is difficult for you to lay prone on your mat like this, then just bend your knees for a moment. Let your body completely connect to the mat. Let the earth take your weight. Take an inhale, lift this right leg up towards the sky. Flex that right foot to feel a stretch through the back of your leg. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale to slowly release the leg back down towards your mat. Release fully. Take an inhale and exhale right here. Slowly lift that right leg up just a bit. Start to, extend it over in front of you, over to the right, or to the left rather. And we'll roll right back on to our tummy. Nice big inhale. We're going to lift that left leg, bring it over the right, and slowly start to roll over onto your back. Release fully into the mat. Nice big inhale. Lift that left leg up towards the sky. Keep that left heel flexed. Up towards the sky, or the whole foot is flexed rather. Just a gentle cold stretch on the back of that left leg. Nice big inhale. And exhale, lower with control. Lower that leg all the way back down to the mat. Release fully into the mat. And lift that left leg just a bit. Start to push it over to the right and roll back down onto your belly. Relax here. You can even turn the head one way or the other. Let a cheek come down to the mat. Beautiful. Lift the head and gaze forward towards your fingertips. And we're going to walk these hands up where the elbows come under the shoulders. Lengthen through the spine, press into the elbows, and lift here. Take 3 breaths. And see if your glutes are engaged. See if you can relax your hips and your pelvis. Beautiful. Press your palms into the floor and let the elbows come out to the sides. And then bring the palms under the hips. Let's press through table right into child's pose. And so let the shoulders roll down towards the floor. And last breath. Take an inhale. Let's make our way into table. So we are going to start a flow that includes being on the knees. So if you want to take your blanket or small towel, pillow, whatever you have, and give yourself a little bit of extra cushion under your knees, go ahead and move that there now. And then let's meet in table with a nice long spine. So we're going to move through a flow that takes us from table to child's, back to table, and then down dog. Table, child's, table, down dog. Okay? So here we go. Nice big inhale. Exhale, back to child's. Deep breath. Inhale, table. Curl toes. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, table. Exhale, child's. Fully release the exhale. Inhale, table. Curl toes. Exhale, down dog. Move with your breath 3 more times. And once you make it into that last down dog, let's meet there. You can leave that blanket on the mat. And go ahead and walk those hands back towards your feet. We'll meet at the back of the mat in a forward fold. Keep a bend in the knees to protect the low back. Head and shoulders hang heavy. We'll take an inhale, halfway long spine. Reach the crown away. Keep a little softness in the knees. And then exhale to release fully back down towards the floor. Inhale down low. And then exhale, give yourself a slow rise, keeping a bend in the knees, protecting the low back. When you come to the standing posture, press your feet into the mat, ripple through the spine, bring the shoulder blades closer together, and give yourself 2 breaths right here. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And then exhale, bring the palms down in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Check your connection with your feet to your mat. And then exhale, bend those knees into chair. So once you get into your chair, we're going to curl that tailbone in. We're going to press it down just like we did when we were in that comfy seat. Hands are at the heart. Reach the crown towards the sky. Hold here one more breath. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Release the breath fully. Let's come inhale, halfway, lift. Exhale, release towards the floor. Inhale, down low. And then exhale, slow rise, coming all the way up. Fresh inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up towards the sky. And then exhale, the hands in front of the heart, bow chin to chest. Inhale. And then exhale, sit it back to chair. One more time. Inhale deep. Exhale, forward fold. Let the breath completely go. We'll take an inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, down low. And exhale, slow rise. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands come down in front of the heart. Inhale here. Exhale to chair. Swing the hips back, curl that tailbone in, find the length through the spine. Breathe. Check your self-talk right here. And if there is none, great. If there is, let it go. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Take a moment, side to side sway. You can keep the hands on the floor. You can clasp elbows. Just stay connected to the breath if you can. One more breath. And bring the hands down towards the mat. And we're going to walk the hands forward, finding down dog. You can continue to pedal out the feet, staying connected to your breath and the movement. Or you can find stillness, whatever serves you here. One more breath. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bend your knees, bring them down to the mat. Let's meet in table. Take an inhale, send this right leg over to the right. Bring the sole of the foot to the mat. Left hand comes under the left shoulder, light on the right fingertips. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread it through. Continuing to move through what I like to call sewing machine arms. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, continue to thread it through. Stay connected to the breath. 2 more. Beautiful. Bring that right hand down to the mat. Find the length through the spine. Take a fresh breath. And then slowly start to walk your hands over towards that right foot. Find the spot where the stretch feels nice and hold it. Not the breath, the posture. And use those exhales to inform you if you've come too far or if you want to go a little bit deeper. One more breath. Start to walk your hands back into table. So we're going to take this right leg and we're going to bring it behind us. Take an inhale and then bring knee to nose. Step the right foot through. Then find the right heel. Point the toes up towards the sky. You may even want to give yourself just a little bit more space by sending the foot forward. And then we're going to send the hips back. Inhale to lift halfway. And then exhale, folding forward. So we're really into the back of that right leg. Be aware of tension that may show up in the jaw and the neck. Don't push the stretch too far. We're trying to keep that low back from rounding. So use your hands for support. One more breath. Beautiful. I'm going to come up onto Spider-Man little fingers, and then I'm going to bring that whole right foot to the mat, lunging forward, getting a stretch through that left groin. Hands on either side of that knee. I'm going to check this left foot, that the foot is pointing towards the back of the mat and not curving in towards the center. Breathe. Beautiful. Send that right hip back and then bring that right leg through and we'll meet back into table. All right. Nice big inhale. Send that left foot out to the left. Right wrist right under right shoulder. We'll take an inhale. Lift this left arm up towards the sky. And exhale to thread it through. Continuing to move with your breath. Stay strong through that right arm. Two more. After your last one, go ahead and bring that left hand under your left shoulder. Lengthen through the spine. Take a fresh breath. And then exhale to walk those hands over towards that left foot. Find your stretch. So again, those exhales tell you if you go too far or if it would be great if you went a little bit deeper towards that left leg. Just breathing in and out. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back into table. And then we're going to swing that left foot behind us. Lift it, take an inhale, and then bring knee to nose to step that left foot through. Top of the right foot comes to the mat. And then we're going to send the hips back, take an inhale, and then exhale to fold forward. So we want hips square. Make sure that right hip's not more forward than the left. We're on that left heel. Make any arrangements or movements that you need. And then just focus on the breath. Last one. Beautiful. Fingertips starting to roll forward and then sending the hips forward, finding that stretch through the right groin. Breathe. Press into your hands, send the right hip back, and then let this left knee come back to meet the right. From here, send your knees towards the outside edges of your mat, and then send your hips back. We'll find a wide leg child's pose. Let the upper body completely release down into the mat. Nice big inhale. We're going to come into table. Reset the knees under the hips. Take an inhale, send this right leg back. Keep it strong. Right foot is pressing towards an imaginary wall. Left wrist right under left shoulder. Take this left foot and then come on into a kneeling side plank. Lift those right toes, find some length through the spine, and make sure that you're not dumping weight into that left hand. Gaze up towards the right thumb. You can always leave the right leg on the mat. One more breath. Beautiful. Right foot lowers, right hand comes down. Spin on the hips and bring the right foot in. All right? Here we are back in table. So we'll kick the right foot out, send the left leg back, and come on to that left side. Sending the left arm up, keeping that left foot up, flexing through the foot. Find your jaw and your teeth. See if you can relax there. Beautiful. Left hand comes down, left knee comes down, both feet behind you. You're back in table. Take an inhale, curl toes. Exhale, lift hips, down dog. So if you have that blanket on the mat, unless you intend to do flows from your knees, when I can cue that for you, then you can move the blanket out of the way. Take one more breath in this down dog. Let's take a slow walk and meet at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Let's take an inhale, halfway long spine. And then exhale to release towards the floor. Inhale down low. And then exhale, we'll take a slow rise, honoring your body as you come up to a full standing posture. Mountain pose. Check your feet connected to the earth. Softness through the knees, length through the spine. Crown reaches towards the sky. Find a soft gaze in front of you and give yourself 2 breaths. Take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, palms come down in front of the heart, gaze stays forward. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, move body weight over to the left side. We're going to lift this right knee and then step it back into crescent. We're not staying here very long. Take an inhale, lift the arms and the gaze, and move into Warrior 2. Make any adjustments that you need there. We'll take this right palm down to that right knee. Left palm comes up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior two. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up towards the sky. Start to spin onto the ball of that right foot and bring the hands back in front of your heart. You're back in crescent. Energy in the ball of that right foot, top of the mat, mountain pose. One more breath. Right foot connected to the mat. Take an inhale. And exhale over to the right. Lifting this left foot and stepping it back, finding crescent. One more breath right here. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. And exhale into warrior two. Left palm down to the left knee, right palm comes up. Inhale into reverse warrior. Making our way back into warrior two. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze. Start to spin the chest towards forward, bringing the hands back in front of the heart, moving back into crescent. Energy in the ball of that left foot, top of the mat, mountain pose. 2 breaths. All right, finding those feet. We're going to move right into balance. So from here, take an inhale and move that body weight over to the left side of your body. Ripple that strength up through the crown of the head, and then lift this right knee, right foot stays flexed. We'll start to tilt forward and back, finding warrior 3. Toes point down towards the floor, heel up towards the sky. Hands can stay at the heart. Let's come out with as much control as we went in. So tilt forward, bringing that right knee back up towards the navel, setting it down, giving yourself 2 breaths right here. Nice big exhales. In and out through the nose. Inhale. We'll exhale that weight over to the right side, rippling your strength up through the spine. Inhaling to lift this left knee, left foot stays flexed. Find that tilt forward and back. Warrior 3. So there's engagement through that left leg all the way down to the sole of the foot. Slowly start to bring that left knee back up, and then exhale to lower down. 2 breaths. Inhale, lift the arms and the gaze up, and then exhale, forward fold. And fully releasing that exhale. One more breath. And we'll step those feet back. We're going to go right into plank. So long spine, booty down. Wrists stay under shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale to move through your chaturanga into your up dog. Releasing the glutes down towards the mat. Knees come to the mat, hips go back. Child's pose. Release the shoulders and the brow down towards the earth. Stay with the breath. Stay in your body. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale. Let's lift it up. Meeting in table. And then we're going to swing the feet over to one side so we can come down to our booties. We're going to bend this right knee in front of us and bend the left knee so that the left foot goes behind. I've referred to this position before as cheerleading pose. It may have another name, but I like that one the best. So before I do anything else, I'm going to go back to my tailbone. I'm going to press in and see if I can find a spot where most of the weight is going to be on that right side of the tailbone. But I want to make sure that I'm protecting this left knee and left hip. So make sure that you don't stay super tense through there. We'll relax it as much as we can. We'll take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up over the head. And then exhale to fold forward over that right leg. You can come to elbows. You could prop something under the elbows if you need a little bit more space. Think about keeping a long spine here and pressing the chest forward, almost as if your belly could press on the inside of that right thigh. Nice big deep exhales. Those exhales may gear you down just a little bit further towards the mat. This is a version of pigeon as well. And give yourself 3 more breaths. Press it into your hands or your elbows to bring yourself back up to hands. And then we'll just come over where the shoulders and everything is right over the hips. Let's change sides. So we'll send this left leg forward. We'll bend that right knee so that the leg goes behind. Awareness on the posture here. So you're finding the tall spine. You're pressing that left tailbone into the mat. And then we're just checking here to make sure that there's not way too much tension on this right leg. It may need to be moved up to lessen the amount. Totally up to you. You know your body better than I do. Just do what you need to do to stay safe. Once you find that posture, let's take an inhale together. Reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale to fold forward. Coming down to elbows. Keeping that long spine. Find your breath. Note any tension. Notice any ease. What is here for you? You've got about 4 more breaths. Press into elbows, coming up to hands. We'll come all the way back up with the upper body over your hips. And then we can swing this right leg around. We're going to roll down onto our bellies, bring knees into chest. So take 2 or 3 breaths right here just to release through the low back. One more breath. All right. So hopefully, however you're laying, you can see me. I'm actually changing directions just so I know that I can get in both sides. All right, from here, what you're going to do is extend the legs all the way down the mat. And then you're going to roll over onto your left side. Once you get onto your left side, make sure that the hips are stacked. And you're going to give yourself a hug. So you're just going to cross your arms over your chest so that your palms are up on your shoulders. All right? So then we're going to find that engagement through the head, and we're going to start to feel into this left shoulder. See if you can lift the legs. Breathe. Maybe you only lift one leg. It's fine. Feet can be pointed or flexed. Just breathe. Inhale. And then exhale to relax. You might want to bring your palm or fist under that left temple. Let everything go. We're going to do one more round of 4 breaths, but we'll give ourselves a rest in between. All right, back to the hugging. So you've got those arms crossed across your chest. Go ahead and lift through the head, lengthen the spine, and then lift the feet. Trying to keep the hips stacked. Inhale. And then exhale to fully release. Beautiful. Roll over onto your back. You can use the knees bent here to make that just a little bit easier. We're going to roll over onto the right side. So I've got my hips stacked on top of one another, and I'm going to go ahead and hug myself and go ahead and lengthen through the crown of the head. Here we go. Nice big inhale. Lift up with the feet. Maybe it's just one leg. Maybe it's both. Long spine. Inhale. And then exhale to lower. Rest. Last breath right here. Inhale. Lift through the crown of the head on the exhale, and then we'll take a fresh breath to lift the legs. See if you can keep the feet together. Last breath. Slowly release the feet back down towards the mat, and you can roll onto your back. Bring those knees back up towards the chest. So here is knees into the chest, or palms right below the kneecaps, where you can make some circles through the hips with the knees going away and then closer to your chest. You can do extended happy baby here, or child's pose on your back where the knees come wide. You can move into happy baby, peace fingers around big toes. You could move into shoulder stand here. Just whatever your body would like here. This is 6 or 7 breaths just for you. 2 more. All right. You can move into whatever Shavasana may look like for you today. You can just lay on your mat. You can leave your knees up. You can send your legs up a wall. Whatever it is that your body is asking for, honor that request. And when you find your spot, give yourself a nice big deep inhale and exhale through the nose and rest. You can slowly start to bring some awareness back into this space that we have created together. And move your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Reach your arms up over your head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Point your toes. Reach your fingertips. And then slowly roll on to one side or the other, bringing the knees up towards your chest. Letting the shoulder blades come apart. Give yourself a hug. Honoring the work that you have done for yourself here today. You can slowly start to make your way back up into a comfortable seat. We'll meet together with our hands at heart center in prayer. So our quote for today is from Rumi, and it says, "The world is a mountain. Whatever you speak, it will echo it back to you." May you echo compassion and love out into the world, and may the world echo those things back to you. May you know kindness, and may you be kind. And until we meet together again, gratitude for practicing with me. Namaste.